So we're going to continue on to the multiple choice questions. And so let's think through some multiple choice questions. Perfect competition requires that A, producers be able to enter or exit an industry in the short term. Producers are able to distinguish their product from a rival's product. Is it C, producers have no ability to exert influence over the market price of the product? Or is it D, consumers compete for producers' products? Well, it's not going to be D. Products from each firm are homogeneous or the same. So B is not going to work. And if they're able to enter or exit, it's always in the long run. So A doesn't work. And as I mentioned earlier, producers have no ability to exert influence over the market price. They have no pricing power. In recent years, there's been an increase in demand for this organic produce due to concerns for health issues related to food consumption. Holding everything else constant, in the short run, demand should lead to a decrease in the price of organic produce, while in the long run, exit of firms from the industry will increase the price of organic produce. Well, in the short run, if demand is increasing and supply is not changing, there's demand, supply, it shifts to the right. That means price has to go up. So it says here that in the short run, price will decrease. So that we know for a fact that's false. What's happening in the long run? Well, this is going to encourage supply to increase to some level, and it'll push price back down. So supply increases, pushing price down. Why is supply increasing? Well, firms aren't going to exit, they're going to enter. And so the answer here is false. Suppose a perfectly competitive firm in the short run sells its product for a price that is less than the minimum point on the average total cost curve. Which of the statements are true? Is it A, the firm will shut down in the short run since it's not covering all of its cost? Some firms in the industry will exit the industry in the long run, and the exiting will continue until the market price increases and is equal to the break-even point on the average total cost curve. Is it that the firm will shut down in the short run only if price is greater than the shutdown price, but less than the break-even price? And some firms in the industry will exit in the long run, and exiting will continue until the market price increases and is equal to the shutdown price on the average total cost curve. Well, let's think through this. Well, in the short run, typically firms don't cover all their cost because we consider fixed cost and variable cost. And so we only care really about the variable cost. So we're going to just say A is wrong because we found one part of the statement that is false. In the short run, we consider fixed as a sunk cost or a cost that can't be avoided. Some firms in the industry will exit in the industry in the long run, and exiting will continue until the market price increases and is equal to the break-even point on the average total cost curve. Or, as D says, it's going to be equal to the shutdown price. Well, let's see if C is a choice. Firms will shut down in the short run only if price is greater than shutdown price and less than its break-even price. Well, If it's greater than the shutdown price, then it's not going to shut down. Well, typically, what we want in the long run is that profits will equal 0 in the long run. And so this requires the break-even point. So D cannot be correct. So the answer here is B, that some firms in the industry will exit in the long run. And the exiting will continue until the market price increases and is equal to the break-even point on the average total cost curve. So a perfectly competitive firm finds that its break-even price occurs at $22, while its shutdown price is at $12. You're told that the market demand curve is 30 minus 1/30th Q, and the market supply curve is 1/15th Q. Well, let's determine whether it'll produce or shut down. And to do that, let's try to look for the market price. So we'll set supply equal demand. Oops. So 30 Q over 30 is equal to Q over 15. I'm going to add this to both sides. So you get 30 is equal to, well, how do I do this? This should be 2 times 2. So now we have a common denominator. So you get 3Q over 30. So then I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. I know I'm doing a lot of math lingo right now. So this thing is 10. 10 times 30 is 300. So how do I now find price? We'll plug this into either supply or demand. The supply curve is simpler, so just divide the Q by 15. And what do we get? Price is equal to 20. So it's less than the break even, and it's greater than the shutdown. So far, so good. So now that we were able to find this information, well, that means that it's probably not going to earn positive economic profit because it is less than the break even. It's earning negative, actually. Since it's covering its fixed cost, well, that's not important to us. Remember, we always care about variable cost. Well, since it's greater than the shutdown, D can't be the answer. So since it's covering its variable cost, it'll still produce. If the firm's marginal revenue is MR1, then the firm's profit maximizes by producing blank units of output, and its economic profit will be what? Well, let's see. Let me use the red highlighter. Here, oops, I don't like that. That's obnoxious. Let's erase. There we go. That's a little better. I wanted to highlight MR1 because we're ignoring MR2. Well, we want to see when it's intersecting the marginal cost, which is Q3. So let me just draw some stuff. Average variable cost is here. And so take the price, we just found its profit, and profit is positive. So what we want is this, Q3 and positive. Okay. Which of the following statements is true for a perfectly competitive industry? In the short run, the number of firms in the industry is fixed. For a constant cost industry, the market supply in the short run is a horizontal line. And in the short run, market equilibrium is quantity supplied equals quantity demanded. Well, from what we've done, 2 doesn't seem to be a good fit. In the short run, we do have fixed firms. And so in the short run, we've seen that market equilibrium is just supply equals demand. So the only false statement is 2. So that covers chapter 12. Just some announcements. You have a midterm Thursday the 23rd. Please, by Monday, 6 o'clock Central Time, please send me any questions you want me to answer in my next video. I sent a link to your UIC emails, and that's where you would send in the question. So please don't email me directly. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I will talk to you all soon.